This conference will now be recorded.
So in previous sessions, we have completed master data in ReFx so far, okay, and all the relevant configuration we have checked. And then we are moving further to take it the same concept of real estate search. So in previous session, we understood how we can create a real estate search and then how we can create a contract offer, okay. And with reference to contract offer, how we can create a contract, that we also seen in the system and relevant configuration of real estate search. So I'll take the same topic further of explaining the real estate contract overview in ReFx. Then we'll go for the contract lifecycle. Then we'll go for the contracting rental space, extracting rental space when creating contract. So what is the process here when we are creating a contract? That time itself we are having a process to extract rental space from
Old space.
old space. Okay, so here we will understand the posting parameters. So now we will concentrate to understand uh, contract first, primarily that how it is working, and then we'll go topic wise topic, like what is my contract type, okay, what is my conditions, and what are the my posting parameters, how we can do the relevant configuration, okay, how what is the notice, how we can do the relevant configuration. So all these things we will understand there. So here let us go understand this. See, we are having a different type of business process to understand here. Let's say when we are going for a simple scenario of lease in or lease out, so we can have a different usage type to be rent in or rent out. Okay, so I have just taken a one example here. We can go for the commercial unit or office space, which is generally coming within the commercial space or commercial unit rent in or rent out, and another is a residential apartment rent in or rent out. Another is a vehicle. We can manage a vehicle also in the ReFx. We are having one solution available in ReFx. So we'll understand that later. Okay, and we are having some scenarios here to understand the complete cycle in ReFx. So as let's say we are the real estate company, okay, and we are having our own property, and this property we are leasing it out to our customer. So that is a lease out to external party. So when we are having customer, the external customer taking who's a tenant for us. Okay, so in that case, we are calling it as a lease out to external party. Okay. Another scenario is available where we can rent out our property within organization. So let's say we are the department. So if I'm considering a Godrej property itself, so in Godrej property, we are having different department. That is a Godrej real estate, okay, and which is responsible to manage the lease out the properties, and another is let's say project, and another is let's say manufacturing something, some FMCG manufacturing. So let's say the real estate department is owning that particular property and project department is just taking it on rent. So this is within organization. So how we can manage this kind of contract, that we'll understand. And then another scenario is leasing. In leasing scenario, leasing from external party, let's say landlord, from landlord vendor. Another is when we are going for leasing within organization. So here within organization, we are having only lease out, not leasing, because it's the same thing. We are managing the property in a particular department, and that is going to taken as a lease out only. We are having a scenario of rent out, vehicle rent out, rent in, vehicle rent in, and then we are having a scenario of security deposit. Okay. Apart from that, we are having some contract for services which we are providing to our tenant. That is also we will cover in the service charge settlement. And that is another type of contract when we are managing for sale based scenario. Okay, when we are keeping our rent based on the sales. So you might be seen in different airport, there are lounges are there, that or these are like shops are there, MACD restaurants. These all restaurants, these used to be go for based on sale based, where my rent is based on the sales. Whatever sales is happening, then some ratio let's say 8%, 9%, some profit sharing will be there. So we will go to understand this very simple scenario when we are going to lease out a property within organization. Okay, within organization, because here accounting and everything will be very simple, and just we don't want to face any error as of now in system. You know that this is a testing system. Sometimes we are facing some issues from different module also. Okay, so here when we are going for the contract life cycle, okay, let us see this how it is working. So in contract life cycle, it is starting from real estate search. Okay, so let's say there is one applicant, and applicant is visiting my real estate company CRM department or admin department to get some property on rent. We are keeping his data in the BP business partner as an applicant. So the role TR0640 will be used to create a BP as an applicant. We are keeping all his requirement, like what exactly his requirement as a residential apartment he's looking for, commercial apartment, what is his let's say what kind of infrastructure he's looking for. Okay, so all his details we are keeping in real estate search, and then we are executing real estate search in transaction, and based on the hit list we are keeping it in favorite, or we are refusing the object. So whatever is the best suitable for your tenant, you are keeping in the favorite, and then you are creating a contract offer including all the conditions and some primary details, and then you are discussing with the applicant. You can send a proper mail, you can download the printout from the system, and you can sign it and send it to your tenant as a primary document. And once it is confirmed, then you are going to create a contract. Okay, so this we are going when we are understanding external lease out process. External because here I'm just interacting with my applicant who's outside of my organization. Similarly, if it is within organization, okay, so we are supposed to have a list of the apartments, we supposed to have a list of the office spaces, and if any other department is looking for any office or any residential or any kind of property, in that case we need to search and we need to send the offer, and once they are okay, then we can create a contract, final contract in the system. Okay, so this contract itself will have its own life cycle, which is starting from here. So once contract is created, then it has to be activated. Before activating, you cannot post anything on this contract. So activate is nothing, it's a release. So generally what happens when contract is created, it is going to the responsible person, higher management, to activate it, and then it is going for every month for financial posting. So financial posting, there is a specific transaction in system, RERAPP, which we can execute with reference to the contract for a particular month. System will execute it and will create an entry in the system, okay, for credit and debit as per financial concepts. So this entry will be there, and then further payment will be taken from the customer. So all your the customer line items will be cleared, and then it will be repetitive until unless my contract is not over. Okay, meanwhile what you can have some requirement of maintenance in my property. Okay, you may require to adjust the conditions, means if is there any offer or anything, you can just adjust these conditions. Okay, enter sales report if you are following the sales based scenario in the sale. So here in this particular cycle, everything is included. This may be different as per the contract type wise. So if it is only lease out specifically for residential where nowhere my sales is involved, in that case this step will not be there. Some of cases, if you are not providing maintenance to your tenant, in that case this particular process step will not be there. So here in this cycle, everything I have included to just explain. So here performance sale based scenario, then it is going for service charge settlement, means if it is any specific service charges which you are providing and which you are distributing to all the clients, all the tenants, in that case it has to be settled. Then deadline monitoring, where exactly we are getting a renewal date of my contract. then it will be renewed and give a notice on the contract. So here in this process, we can have a notification sent to my tenant that this is the due date of your contract renewal. Okay, we can have automatic renewal also, or we can have optional renewal. So this is the scenario. There is one more process of resubmission in system where you can send notification to your business partners. Okay, not only your customer or your tenant or your vendor, but apart from that, different BPs also you can use to send a notification. So here, this is the concept, and when we are going to understand vacant rental objects are automatically transferred to offered object as basis for search. Okay, so this already we understood when we are executing real estate search. So whatever is my offered objects has been created in the system, means my vacant object that will be available here for real estate search. Applicant role is TR060 will be assigned to real estate search. So that we already understood. A customer role is assigned to the business partner. So what happens, let's say if I'm going with the external lease out scenario, in that case, this particular TR0640 role will also convert into TR0600, so that this particular applicant will become our master tenant with customer. Okay, so all accountings will happen accordingly. Why we are keeping like this? Because in some of cases my applicant is not happy to go with us. In that case, we can close this real estate search itself. We will not take his data further to our financial perspective. So this only information will be there, but will not have further other details.
But just have a question. This converting this TR060 to TR0600, it may not be all the cases, right? He can be a TR applicant as well as he can be a customer, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Only for this is getting changed only for this particular contract only, right? Not
Yes.
overall. No?
No, no, not overall. This is only for this special.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the steps here. Real estate search, applicant is there. In contract offer, applicant will be there. When you are creating a main contract, then main contractual partner, your customer with a tenant, this master tenant with customer, this role will be converted, and then activate contract. So main contractual partner is your master tenant with customer only, TR060, TR0600. You can transfer to lease out, okay, or activate individual or mass. You can activate a particular contract, or you can activate multiple contract at a time through mass transactions.
Rama, I have a question. While creating a contract, do we have workflows available for extended approvals?
Yes, we can provide it. Solution is there.
So that's standard, right? So we don't need to do development for extended approvals.
No, development is required. It's not directly.
Okay, okay.
Development activation of workflows required, and if it is next level, we can do it through status, user status.
Okay.
I think I have already explained the concept of user status, right? In this session, ReFx.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Great. So what kind of contractual relationship we are having in the system? Okay, so when we are going for leasing scenario, leasing means we are the tenant. So in that case, we will have landlord with account. Okay, another is a lease out scenario where tenant with customer account, and we will have service contract where partner with customer account on vendor account. So here this service contract where we are providing services to our customer, in that case we will have partner with customer account or vendor account. Then if it is for internal contract, in that case this will be cost center, WBS element or order. Okay, so as we are using here different partners, as we are using different partners. Similarly, for my internal contract, we will use cost center, WBS element, or order. Okay, so most of the time you will go with the cost center. Otherwise, in some of cases, you will go with the WBS element. Okay. See here, the cost center, I have explained that if we are going to lease out a particular building to any other department, in that case, this will be with reference to cost center. Sometimes, let's say I'm the company, okay, and I'm having some properties in different cities, and there is another department in my organization who's executing some projects in different locations. So they might be required one office space with reference to their project. Okay, so they just want to keep this cost with reference to project. So in that case, WBS element will be there. Okay, so we can synchronize the data here, and we can post the cost accordingly. So whatever the rent is there, that will be posted directly to your WBS element. Okay, that scenario we can have. So when we are creating a contract here, okay, first of all, what you need that the parties, right? Let's say if I'm taking a simple scenario between my customer, in that case, I'm the real estate company. So this party, the customer, is BP for us, and then with reference to which object it is going to be created. Okay, that is the next thing. Then we will have terms. Okay, what are the terms? Like, what is the validity of this contract? How many months? How many years? Okay, so start date, end date, we can mention that condition. What will be the rent? Okay, so we are managing our rent based on the conditions. So let's say this is my basic rent. Top on that, 5% of sales I will consider, so that will be another condition. Or let's say I'm having some maintenance charges, fixed maintenance charges for this particular unit, so I can add another conditions. So accordingly we can manage all these accountings based on the condition here. Notice or extension, there is a process where we can manage our extensions based on the notice. We can send an email, we can send a document automatically through system. Date management, here we can manage all the dates for my building, for my property. Distribution, how this cost is going to distribute. Okay, so what happened, my contract is also an account assignment object here in ReFx. So I can post the cost directly to the contract, and from contract, how it is going to distribute further to my units. Okay, basically whatever the rent is there, that has to be gone to my unit, because I'm going to see my reports with reference to my rental unit only. So distribution will be used for that. Document management, so whatever the additional documents you are having to attach with contract, you can manage it here. You can do the digital signature, date wise, and correspondence, all the communication in the form of correspondence, like dunning process, all these things you can manage it here. Activate, and then it will go for the process. So once it is going for process, periodic posting, payment, open item management, dunning, and real estate controlling. So these all things will be managed here. So let me show this thing in the system. Okay, then we'll go further to understand the next, what is a lease out and lease in. So just a second. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so here in accounting, okay, you can directly access your contract through REAP. This simple transaction is applicable for all. REAP. You go to here, contract. Okay, and you can find out, you can create this contract from here also. Okay, like this way, contract creation. Another way you can create contract through transaction RECN. Okay, there is separate transaction given for. So let me go with that. Come to accounting, okay, and go to flexible real estate management, go to contract RECN. Okay, so here in the same folder you will see this transaction RECN along with all the reports, information system. You can see it here. So you can see all the relevant reports for overview of contract terms, notice rule, renewal, everything you can see it here. So let us go for this transaction RECN. Okay, and here company code under which you are going to create this contract, and then click here to create object. Okay, so before creation, let us understand any existing contract first. Okay, and then we'll create one contract. Okay, so I'll show you first the real estate lease out contract for my customer, master tenant with customer account. Okay, and then I'll show you one contract for internal contracting. Okay, internal lease out. So let me open that, go to contract. If you want to, okay, I need to log out, I think facing some issue in system. Yeah. So here, go to transaction RECN. Okay, you go to contract to search the contract here. Okay, you can enter here company code. So we are going to search within company code 0001. You can find it out here also, the list of company code. And here go to contract type. So here basically your process is going to segregate based on the contract type, whether it is a lease out to my master tenant with customer account, or it is a land, or it is a lease in with landlord as a vendor account, or if it is an internal lease out. So it is going to be managed based on the contract type, and this contract type has to be created in configuration. Okay, so we are having, you can see these all from here, these all contract type in a standard system. So CO01 is for commercial lease out, CO02 for residential lease out, CO03 for service contract for my customer, and CO04 for my internal lease out. Some of contract type I have created in my previous batch, and I have tested it. These are one ZCO 1, ZCO2, ZCO3, ZCO4. All these I have created. So let me just see if I having anything for residential lease out. So there is one contract here. Okay, let me select this. Okay, so in this contract, this is a contract type, lease out contract type, which is created under this company code. Contract number is this one, 23. So this contract number will be generated based on the number range which we have defined in the configuration. Okay, and here once you are looking into this contract, first it will show you company code and then contract. This is the rental unit against which it is created, and this is a master tenant with customer account. Okay, so here if you want to see some more details, you can see here this is the address. Okay, and this is start date and end date. This is going to start on 1st of January 2020 and it is going to finish on 31st of December 2020. Okay, end of term, notice period. So notice process, this is some notice, possible notice procedures. What notice procedure we are using here? Both parties will be informed 3 months for end of quarter. Okay, So this is applicable here. I think this is standard residential. I have selected it. Standard residential. So based on that, we can define some rules here. This is a contract name, and here contract conclusion, second signature. So let's say when we are going for signature on this contract, once it is created, who will be the second signatory here? Main contract, when we are migrating for our legacy system to here SAP. So what is my main contract? We can enter it here. Or let's say if we just want to keep it reference, any reference in the SAP. So that will be the main contract, and old contract is your legacy contract. Tenancy law need to be selected. It's mandatory. So each country is having their own tenancy law. SAP is having a list of tenancy law available in SPRO. If it is not there, then you need to create it. So generally in this system, I'm going with the German tenancy law. So for India, if you are managing, it will be Indian tenancy law. Okay. And industry, it is to just know that what kind of industry it is. Contract currency is euro, so you can change it. Authorization group, here you can create a different authorization to access this contract. So for example, if you are having a different teams in your department to manage lease in, lease out, or any different kind of a special contract, in that case you can create a authorization group in the system, and these authorization group will be assigned here. Okay, and these authorization group will be assigned to roles, PFCG roles. We'll understand the concept of PFCG role also. So once we are assigning this authorization object to PFCG role, the people who are having access of these role will be able to access only those contracts for which this authorization object is here. Okay, so this is the use. We are having system status, so when we are creating contract, automatically it will be available as a CRTT created here, and once we are activating, this will become ACTV and release. Okay, we can have user status to manage the further process here. So this is general information which we are keeping here. So both parties, two parties are there. So second thing which we are going to understand here, that is object. Okay, because for this object, this contract is created for this customer. Okay, so directly you can enter, or on the partner tab you can add here and you can add it here. So once you are adding this partner, this will show you all the details here on this tab. This is your added partner, BP role it is showing, business partner number, and started relationship and end relationship. You can enter if the multiple partners are involved in particular contract. You can keep based on timeline also. Address you can maintain, it will be taken automatically from BP. This is a customer account. So here this is a BP and this is a customer account here. Okay, and then next is the object. Okay, for which object it is created, this is this one. Rental object, if you want to see the detail, it will take you to the rental object directly from here. You can navigate, and object valid from object valid to. So you can enter it here. Next is condition. Okay, so when you are entering the conditions here, okay, so conditions basically your rent. So here actual rent, basic rent. I am having some basic rent. So how you can add? You just need to click here and you can add conditions here. Okay. So here when we are adding basic rent, it will show you these thing, and you can enter what is the rent. So based on the rent, you will see all this details, calculated details here. So you can see this is my some amount unit price, and the formula is fixed amount, means if this is a fixed rent for it, for this particular space. We are not keeping based on measurement, based on the size of apartment, nothing. This is just fixed, whatever the size it is, this is the rent. And here when we are saying this condition, when we are adding, this is a condition type, means it is a basic rent. Okay, this can be maintenance also, right? This can be a penalty also. So what kind of rent it is, condition type it is exactly letting us know. Okay, so like if you see OC flat rate, it is coming. Similarly, warehouse basic rent, store basic rent, parking space rent reduction, operating cost, advance amount. Similarly, we can have penalty also sometime. So we can create a different condition type to manage your counting here. Then next is condition purpose. Condition purpose actual rent to post actual entry with reference to this condition. Statistical actual entry will not be posted to finance. This is just for information. Okay, one time actual, let's say if it is one time only. For example, if you are having a contract and you are taking your rent, you are executing your rent to get paid once only in the starting of year. Okay, that's it. So that is a one time actual rent. Okay, and sometimes let's say if I'm saying some penalty is there. Okay, one time penalty, there's something is broken in my apartment. In that case, this particular entry will be managed only one time. Similarly, we can have statistical also one time. Okay, we will go in more detail to understand each and everything, but just want to explain here how it is taking through. So here conditions and these are the terms which is going to manage here. And next is posting parameters here. Posting parameters will let us know the frequency, posting parameters, what is the account, what is the method, okay, and all these things, and what is the organization assignment here. Okay, these things will be managed here. So the things are important here in initial stage, which is my general data entry. Okay, general information for which object it is going to create, who is my what is my BP, okay, and then what are my conditions and the posting parameters. So if these things you have entered, then you can save the contract. In case of internal lease out scenario, in place of partner, we'll have cost center or WBS element or order. Okay, that is the only difference. Otherwise, remaining things will be exactly same. There is no difference.
What is that? In case of internal, the business partner will not be there, you're saying?
Internal lease out, when you are leasing out any property within an organization or one department.
Yeah, what would be there? I understood. Internal contract, a business instead
cost
of business
center,
partners.
yeah, cost center or WBS element or order.
Okay,
Order means
instead of business
internal
partner.
order. Internal order may be there.
Because so just in case of internal in case of intercompany contract, it generally intercompany contract one entity to another entity, right? So in internal contract, when we create it, generally that should be should go to another entity, right? So it would so it's not an entity, it is cost center, you're saying. Then here business partner.
Yeah, cost center. In that case, cost center will be there.
Okay.
Rama, one clarity, right? Again, if it is an intercompany contract, one legal entity to another, so do we need only use the cost center, or we also need to mention here a intercompany business partner?
Intercompany business partner also should be used, na, Rama?
Yes, you can use.
Generally, that's what I'm.
You can use.
It shouldn't be intercompany business. Generally, we can try and create that contract. Generally, it should be intercompany business partner, not a cost
Yeah.
center, I believe.
Yes. That in that case it will be. See, that's why I'm saying if it is the same company. Okay, in that case, in same company code, if you are managing with between the different
Same
departments.
company code. It's intra company. That's called intra company, not inter. Okay. Yeah. Intra company. Okay. In that case, you're correct. It's a cost center.
Yeah.
If it is a different entity, it can be a different business,
Correct.
a company business partner. Okay, thank you. Thanks.
So let us take one example here, REET. Let me show you what master data we are having here. Okay, so let's say okay, so let me go to business entity and then I'll see some business entity here. Take this one. Okay, under this building. Okay, under this building, I'm having subordinate object, rental object. So these are my objects available. For example, if I'm checking this, so how I can check if any contract is available for this unit or not? So you click here on rental object, you go to overview here. Okay, in overview, it will show you all relevant documents here. Okay, any contract is there, you just click here, it will show you. This is a occupancy contract. So 39 contract is available, which is starting from 1st of January 2024 and will finish on 31st of December 2024. So occupancy contract here in SAP ReFx, we are having a concept occupancy contract. Okay, this means when we are leasing out any property, in that case, system will check if this supposed not to be leased out to multiple customers. Okay, so system will not allow to lease out the same property in the same period to multiple customers. Okay, so in this period, this means this particular unit you cannot to lease out to others. Let us see other one. Okay, if we are having any contract, yeah, so no contract is available with reference to this unit. So let us create one contract for this unit and we will keep it as intra. Okay, as of now, just we'll go for the internal leased out contract. So let us go to RECN transaction, and here you click and select contract type here. Okay, so these are the contract type available here. Let us select internal one, CO04 internal lease out, and we need to enter here contract, sorry, company code. Click here. Okay, and you enter this contract name. Office space for new business. Okay, what is the object? You can search it here. Okay, so here you can search rental object. It was already I was navigating, so that's why system is directly showing me the rental object. Otherwise, based on the company code or business entity, you can find it out here. Okay, so I'm going with second one. Okay, and here internal partner, so we need to enter here cost center, to which this entry will be related. Let me just select. So I'm selecting as of now ECU project, just for my understanding purpose. Here on which date this contract is going to start. Let's say this is starting on 1st of Feb 2024. Okay, you can enter directly the end date, or you can enter in the months also. So to enter this here, these details, you can use this term tab. We'll go there. So you go to term. Okay, and here you can enter terms in months. Let's say it's only for 12 months. So automatically system will calculate the first contract end date. It is showing me 31st of January 2025. Okay, and coming back to the general data entry here, so system already taken here. If you are going to manage through profit center, you can enter it here, business area profit center and all details. And then if you are having any old contract, legacy contract 1 2 3 4 5 6, you can enter here. Tenancy law need to select here. So as of now in standard system, only 6 tenancies laws will be there. You can create your own tenancy law for your country. I'm selecting German tenancy law here. Okay, if it is a sale based scenario, in that case we need to select relevant to sale. So once we are selecting this option, automatically some of tabs will be added here. Okay, automatically it will come for data entry. So we are not keeping it as relevant for sales. Authorization group, let us see if any authorization group is available. You can see it here. So no authorization group is there. Let me see if data system is taking direct entry. Okay, so you can create like that. Same time you can create an object also. Okay, just let me change it, or I'll say lease out. That's it. Here system status is, it is showing CRTE AALK. Okay, you can see all these details in the system. what is the meaning of this. Okay, and you can activate from here, or this is the, so we will use that one in later stage. Partner, here we will not have partner, but we can keep some additional partner details here. Let's say who's the contact person in other department to whom I need to contact, guarantor, tenant without customer account. So tenant without customer account means is the department only. Bank for rent deposit, administrator, technology, janitor, who's only. So let me just add one contact person here. Let me find if I can see anyone here with BUP 001. Okay, so some partners are there. I'm just adding Rajveer Singh here. So Rajveer Singh is added. Start relationship. Let's say it is starting from 1st of February. Okay, and he will be responsible till 31st of January 2000. So this may be less or more. This is again depends. Assignment period.
So, Rama, the start relationship is not the same date like the contract start date.
Yes, it is. You can keep it. You can keep it, but yeah, this will be started, and this may be like after that also. But better to keep it as same as we are keeping for contract.
No,
Okay,
actually, it depends.
it should be
It
different.
depends.
I mean,
So
Yeah.
just want to clarify what happens is like there is a contract isn't created now within the department. This particular space may be leasing out to another department, so that another department can be same time or it can be any time. So that is what it is right here. The start of relationship is that meant here, right?
Yes. Yes. Correct. Okay.
Rama,
So
can you go to the general tab? So this authorization group, is there any functional use or this is just text?
see, this is text from here itself. You can create, but the same text you can keep it there in your PFCG role.
So
What
this
is
is just now
PFC
you
role?
created. I mean, there is no role assigned here. So will it
No.
work?
This particular authorization group will be taken into role in next stage. Directly I have entered, but this is supposed to be created in advance, and we can directly enter it to roles itself.
Okay.
Okay.
So means we have to select from the drop down.
Yes. Now this will be available in drop down after save.
Okay.
Okay. So here we are keeping partner details, then terms. Okay, terms. There's a first contract start date, and there's a first contract end date. There's a terms in month. There's a cash flow from. So from which date your cash flow start? From which date you want to start your accounting entry to be posted. So this is the first fab. In some of cases, we are giving some spaces on rent with your initial 2 months or 3 months free. Okay, it happens in the commercial spaces generally. So 3 months rent free period or 2 months rent free period to just prepare our tenants infrastructure to ready and go for further their business. So cash flow, from which date exactly cash flow is supposed to be start. So if you want to see the entries, this will be cash flow, and first posting from that will be from where exactly your posting is going to happen. So let's say I'm just keeping it for your information. I'm keeping starting it from 03/2024. We'll see this how it is exactly impacting other places. Okay. Object, this object detail is coming here. Okay, and then differing measurement we'll see later. Define posting parameters. Yes, this is the place where exactly the parameters has to be defined. So postings. Okay, here in posting parameters, can you mute from your side, please? I'm Sandesh. Yeah. So here, these are the 3 fixed posting parameters. Okay, postings, frequency, and organization assignment. These are the standard arrangement here. Okay, and this cannot be deleted. If you are not using that one, this cannot be deleted. You can add your own these posting, frequency, and organization assignment as per your requirement. Okay, that is also available here. So this is standard one. This is standard, and here internal partner we are using cost center, and this is my cost center. Okay, then click on frequency. You will see how postings will happen. Here frequency every month. Okay, once in a month. So here frequency is telling us how exactly the posting need to be considered here. So once in a year or once in a day. So likewise you can select prorated contract, or so how exactly this is going to consider the frequency. Okay, that need to be select here. Let me save this data. I'll come back here. So here this is the frequency exactly we are entering how frequently this contract need to be executed. Okay, from which date frequency start. Okay, start for your calendar year, start off from your conditions what you are entering, or any custom date is there. Okay, and amount reference, it is a cyclical amount, monthly amount, yearly amount, daily amount. You need to select calculation method. It is going to calculate for 30 days if it is monthly, or exact days in the month. So you can select it here. Payment form, will it be in advance or mid in the period or in arrear? So that you can select here. Due date, it will be standard or as per third business day in the month. Okay, so what you are selecting here, then fixed period, start end date, move due dates at start and end date. So these are some start date and end date here. Next is condition here. So condition will tell us how much will be the rent here. So add here conditions. So these are the conditions type available for this particular contract type. Okay. So here basic rent is there, operating cost advance. So some of condition types are not relevant. Okay. So just I'm selecting what is relevant for me. Basic rent. Okay. Okay. And here we can define basic rent. Let's say it's a 5,000. Okay, and this is the formula, fixed formula I'm keeping. So this is a fixed for my unit. There's nowhere relevant to size of my unit here. Let me see if any error is there. So you click here to check. There is no error, only some warning message is there. So message for object assignment, usage type privately financed accommodation is not allowed for contract type internal lease out. So this is one message I'm getting. This is a warning message. Okay, in usage type itself we have defined this supposed not to be used for my internal contract, internal lease out contract. So this is a warning. Let us go to the next. I'll save it. Okay, so once I'll save, a contract number will be generated. So this is my contract number 40. Okay.
So just to key thing is only when between intra contract and external contract is only that particular cost center. Cost center is only one difference, right? The rest remains to be the same all the way the creations of the contract for this.
So everything is coming from your contract type in configuration.
Correct.
When you are selecting it, based on that, your arrangement of selecting the partner will be available here. Okay.
Yeah. Only thing is cost center is coming here. In that external contract, there is no intra cost
master
center like
tenant.
that.
Yeah. Only difference.
Yeah.
Only that is a difference. Apart from there is no difference.
No
Accounting
difference.
side,
Just
what is
wanted
happening,
to.
that is a separate part. But from ReFx side, only
Yeah.
this is the
Accounting part, leave it. Yeah, it's only configuration part I'm talking. Yeah,
yes.
configuration user point of view. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So further, we can activate this contract by using this. Okay. So I'm just going to activate this for time being to explain. Okay. And before activation, let me just show you here one more thing in condition. Okay, we can simulate this to see how this rent will be paid. Okay, that is very important. Let me just show you here. So this is my contract. Again, I'm going in the same transaction. Go to the condition. If you want to simulate how exactly this line item will be available further for posting, you select this simulate. Okay, you go to condition tab, select this line items, click on simulate. So it will show us all these entries, how it is going to happen here in the system. So first entry, first due date will be 1st of Feb. Second will be 1st of March, 1st of April, 1st of May, like this way. Okay. And this is the month. It is coming based on the frequency which we have selected in contract. And this is a amount which is coming from my condition, which we have entered as a fixed amount. Okay. This is a currency. And here calculation from which date to which date. It is from 1st of Feb to 29th of Feb. This is a total amount 5,000. Okay, and here total is 55,000. Here you can see this symbol, this button, this is green, and other places it is different. In this system, I have chosen that my posting will happen from 1st of March. This means my entries will happen only on these line item, not on this first item. This is only for information purpose it is given, because I have selected that my cash flow is supposed to start from 1st of Feb. That's why it is showing this as a green. So once posting will happen, the status of all these will also be changed. Okay, this will start to show you that what accounting entries happened as particular contract. Okay,
What is FT here? FT is showing that FT1004. What is that?
let me just show you this. Flow type. This is from configuration coming. Condition type and flow
Okay.
type, it has to be aligned.
Okay. Partner CTR001 is what? Account assignment is the cost center, right? So what
This
is
is
the
account
partner?
within a company code. Cost center. CTR means cost center. And 000 means company code. ECO hyphen project is my cost center.
Okay.
Okay. You can see in all, you can see in past. Okay. You can see only actual item. So only actual item. See, as of now, system is showing us the actual item. However, we have not posted anything on this contract. Why it is so? Because the cash flow we have started from 1st of Feb, and however the posting we are starting from 1st of March. So my actual posting has not happened here on this contract. Only this is showing for whatever we have dummy we are showing here. Only plan item, it will show us plan item. So this is starting from March 2024. Okay, so likewise you can see all entries. We can just switch to the condition from here. Okay, one more thing I will show you here. Okay, so I'll show you one existing contract. Okay, so this is an existing contract which we have created our for master tenant with customer account. You can see master tenant with customer account here, lease out. Okay, and here in the condition, this is an old contract. Here this is a basic rent. So if you want to do the simulation, you go here. Okay, you can see how simulation has happened. This is a basic rent. This is basic rent receivable, basic rent credit, follow-up, post. So these all different flow types it's showing here. Wherever you will see this status, it means it is already posted. Okay, if it is this, then this is not posted. It's still this entry need to be posted. So here, if it is showing like this, entry already posted, you can see other details by clicking here on this. It will take you to another screen where it will show you accounting document, controlling document, and RE document. So whenever any posting is happening, these three documents will be created here. Accounting entry, you can see how this entry is happened here. Okay, you can analyze it here. Similarly, for a particular real estate object, you can analyze it here. Okay, so here in real estate object, it will be with reference to object, because my object is also account assignment. So this is just initial overview to understand how contract is working here. Okay, we'll go step by step to understand each and everything here. Okay, because now my most of the time, like in my upcoming sessions, only will discuss only contract in different ways. Okay, so we need to be clear about the few settings in the system so that we can correlate our understanding with my upcoming topics here. Okay, so let me go back here in my presentation. Any question, please?
This tenancy law we are capturing in master already, the business entity place, but again it is asking for to select in contract. It will not populate automatically, or we have to
This will
select.
come. This will come if you are entering there.
Acha, it automatically populates.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this flow type, some configuration to be maintained, right?
This is
Flow type.
configuration. Yeah, this is configured. So we'll understand this flow type, how exactly it is working. And we need to, yeah.
A tenancy law is maintained also. That is also to be maintained as part of FI configuration.
Yeah, in configuration only. So we can do this configuration and we will bring it here in my object and in contract.
Okay.
In this
So when
practical
we are,
scenario, yeah, will
yeah,
there be any taxation element need to be added in
yes,
contract?
yes, it is there.
Tenancy
We'll
law
Legal.
only,
understand.
right?
We'll understand that. Yeah.
Okay, right.
See, this is a
Tax
this
code.
particular my entire course is going to talk about contract now. Okay, so in a one session, it is very difficult to just give you even overview of everything. So how it will go, scenario by scenario. Okay, we'll take and then object wise object. Like now we will understand business partner already we covered. Okay, similarly condition type we will cover, notice we will cover, renewal we will cover. Okay, one by one everything. Then when we're discussing conditions, then how conditions configuration need to be done, what is my flow type, how it is aligned with my GL code in finance, credit and debit entries, what is the basis of happening this. So all these things will go. Okay, just give me 1 minute please. Yeah, so contract type. So when we are going to understand the contract type broadly, it is a lease out and lease in. Okay, so here contract type, this may be lease out or lease in. Object assignment will be rental unit, a rental space. Okay, so in case of lease out, this will be a rental unit and rental space. Okay, and at any one time, a rental object can only be assigned to one lease out, which we are calling as a occupancy contract requirement. So this will happen only in the case of lease out. In case of lease in, we can lease in with reference to BE, entire township we can lease in, entire property means land we can lease in, entire building we can lease in, rental object we can lease in. An object can only be assigned to one lease in at any one time. Okay, so that is also similar here. And why we are leasing in entire building, there is a scenario of subleasing where we are leasing any building and then we are lease out individual apartment to my customer. So that is one more scenario there. Here in case of lease out, we will have tenant, and in case of leasing, we will have landlord. Partner accounting, for external partner accounting, this will be customer for lease out and vendor for lease in. And for internal, it will be cost center, order or WBS element, which we have already seen. Periodic posting, for external, it will be receivable incoming payment in case of lease out, right? In case of customer, we will have receivables or incoming payments. And in lease in, we will have payable. Internal, case of internal, we will have settlement of cost to cost center, order or WBS element. So here, whatever cost is going to incur on my contract, okay, that we can settle it to WBS element or cost center accordingly. Okay, and a special process, we are having a special process of service charge settlement only in the lease out. Service charge settlements means when we are providing services to my tenant, to my customers. So service charge only applicable in case of lease out, not in the lease in. Apart from that, we are having reminders, we are having terms, we are having notice, we are having renewal, adjustment of conditions, correspondence, all applicable for all type of contracts. So all these things we'll see one by one, okay, in my upcoming sessions. You can process your contract in RECN, which is a separate transaction given by SAP. And in version of SAP 2023, there is an application app available for the contract. But before that, only one contract, one application was available. Okay. Apart from that, there is no specific application given, a Fiori application given by SAP. Okay, so this is just one restrictions here. So if you are going to plan to have a separate
we don't use
app,
Flory app here. Flory app we
so
don't use in this
only
system.
one app is given in 2022 and 2023 version. Not much. ReFx is having very less, one or two app only, not more than that. But yes, we can develop it. It has to be developed. But if you are aware about the exact transaction, code transaction, in that case, it will not be difficult. You can just put all your requirement to your Fiori consultant and they will design it.
Hmm.
So here,
In,
configuration, yeah.
in public cloud, ReFX is activated. It is there. HANA public cloud.
HANA public cloud, I need to check that one. But yes,
Okay.
Yes,
this is
yes.
supposed to be there. This is a part of core system only. This is supposed to be there. It's nothing additional there.
Okay.
But we are getting but actually in the S4 HANA or public app or private app, they are using Flory apps to create to manage Flory apps. They're using, I believe.
Yeah. So Fiori FC only one transaction contract.
Correct, correct.
Yeah, that is there. That is there. Apart from that, how you are going to manage your real estate search, how you are going to manage your object, architecture object, usage object. For that, there is no Fiori app. Even transaction itself is very complicated to bring everything from REAT. It's not easy. It's technically very complicated. All object we are keeping it one place. Similarly, in project system also CJ20N, we brought it into application, but so many restrictions are there. You cannot navigate to Gantt chart. You cannot do directly linking. There are so many things are there. Okay. So coming to the contract, when we are creating a contract, okay, we are selecting contract type. So contract type is KDS here. Okay, this which we need to create in configuration. So when we are creating contract type in configuration, contract category is very important, which is deciding whether it is an external contract or internal contract or GL account contract. So far we are discussing only external and internal contract. So internal contract is limited to customer or vendor process. Sorry, external contract, which is limited to customer or vendor process, and internal contract, the contract is made with an organization unit within enterprise. Okay, GL contract, the contract is merely a mechanism for managing periodic posting, for example, accrual deferral. The posting is made to GL account. So that is a special contract. GL account contract will be created only for accrual and deferral. We'll see it in later. Next, we are having offerer and user. So offerer means who's offering it. So in case of lease out, offerer for lease out contract, user for lease in contract. So offerer in case of external contract, the offerer for lease out and user for lease in. Similarly, for internal contract, if the company code is the offerer of the object or services, then the cost center is debited and contractor is credited. We'll see this, what exactly I'm saying here. I have just summarized everything so that you can memorize it. Sometimes in your configuration, you may require similar questions. What is the offerer? What is the contract category? Okay, how exactly it is playing a role in my process design? Okay, so in that case, you just need to memorize it. What are the options I am having? Okay, options you're supposed to know. Okay, so let me show you here configuration and system. Then I'll come back here to go for more detail here. Broadly, when we are going to see this, okay, you will see all these things. I'll come back here. Let me just explain the system itself. Okay, go to okay. So we are here, SPR. SAP reference IMG, go to ReFx, go to contract, go to contract type. Okay, so here number assignment, it is a number range assignment, number range for contract, and here you can define this number range with reference to company code. Okay, so this is a number range object or contract RVVI underscore RECN. So your number range will be with reference to company code. So different company code may have different intervals here if it is activated in multiple company code. As of now, we have just created 40 contract and it is automatically going to be managed. Okay, and then automatically generated contract number, that is fine. Contract type, here we are going to define the contract type. Define contract type. So let us see our CO04 internal lease out. Okay, there's a flexible real estate contract type. Contract type text we are entering, and here internal lease out, this is a short text. Internal, this is a contract category. Here we are having internal contract or external contract. So within, if it is within organization, in that case internal contract. If it is for my customer or vendor outside of my organization, in that case it will be external contract. Offerer or user, if it is a lease out, in that case it will be offerer. If it is a lease in, it will be user. Contract reference, this is a object are lease out. So what exactly is going to happen with reference to that? So object are lease in case of lease in, and object are lease out in case of lease out. Okay, in some of cases you may not require to have any reference of object. In that case it will be contract has no object. Case of security deposit, this option need to be selected. Okay, condominium management contract, that is a process of third party management. In that case this will be condominium management contract. Okay, and rest of things are okay. Screen sequence, this is a standard sequence, better to select that one. You can select this one also. Okay, so all your sequence field will be changed through screen sequence only. This is the condition group which we have assigned to this condition contract type. So when we look into in contract, we are seeing one list of the conditions. It is based on the condition group, which we need to create a separately in condition hierarchy. Okay, so from there we are selecting it, and accordingly this will be available into my contract. Notice procedure, if we are using that we can select that notice procedure here, and further we can use it. Okay, so this is if you want to keep it default. So in initial screen it will show you. Contract interval, how interval you want to keep, like 0, 1, after 1 or 1, or let's say your each contract will be supposed to create it having 10 numbers of interval. So that kind of approach you can follow by entering the contract interval here. So this is very initial configuration, and this is your master profile, which is going to all your process to be managed via this profile only. Okay, so we'll come back again and again to see this. Okay, so define contract type, the next comes the object. So when we are going to create a contract, with reference to which object we can create it, on what basis, what is the usage type, based on that we can define it. So we are having permitted object type per contract type, permitted object type per contract type. So when, let's say if I'm saying CO04, this object type is contract, IS is contract, assign object type. Let me see what is the detail here, or let me just double click here, I'll show you. Okay, so here we are saying this is my object type contract, which is going to assign to object type contract object. Okay, for example, we are having different options here to which object it is going to assign: building, rental object, function, location, what is that exactly. Okay, and then assignment of object is object assignment permit. Yes, if you are not selecting it, otherwise the system will not allow to assign the object. Distribute or assignment permitted. So when the cost is incurred into your contract, how it is going to distribute it. Group assignment allowed, like the multiple object you can keep it in one group and can assign. This happen, for example, if multiple hundreds of units you are just contracting out, you are leasing out to some other department or some third party customer, in that case you can just create one contract having all the object within it. So you can create one object group and can assign directly to your contract.
So, I really did not understand what is the difference between object type and go back now that what is object type and assignment of object type. So what
Which
is the
one?
difference between these two? Above the object type, then assignment of object type.
So which object type you are going to assign? Okay, let me show you here exactly. If I can find something, assignment object, command contract, rental. See this one, rental object. So let's say when I'm going for this contract, this contract we can assign only rental object. Okay, if I'm just
Okay.
restricting to this contract CO01, only this line
Mm-hmm.
item, if I'm keeping an entry, so this means I can assign, I can lease out only rental object. Not if I'm
So
not
here
creating
object.
another entry for
Okay.
rental
Here.
space, system will not allow to create contract for rental
Okay.
space for this contract type.
So one of the object type is what are the object types? Can you show me now 1 second? Yeah, assignment object type I
For us,
understood.
for us, it is a building rental object, rental unit. Okay, we may have some other because it is taking from different places. So rental object is there, business entity is
No,
there.
in no, object type. Object type. This is assignment object type. I just want to see what is object type, sir.
Object type. In our case, it will be contract only contract. Yes, is contract. We
Only
are having this,
contract,
but
right? So
yeah, but
yeah.
when we are understanding, yeah, it is contract only.
Okay. So
Okay.
that is little confused. Yeah.
See, initially this will be confusion, but
Mm-hmm.
slowly it will be clear
Yeah,
because
because
here we are going.
object type, assignment object type. So
Yeah.
I'm just seeing in the contract rental object again. Don't know what is the
And another
technicality
challenge,
behind this.
see, parallel we are understanding three things. Okay, first we are understanding concept, then we are understanding how to use, and then
Correct.
what is the configuration behind it. So there are three
Correct.
things
Correct. Correct.
parallelly going. So sometimes it is difficult to just digest, but yes, slowly once you are just going through the recordings, that's why I'm just keeping this recording like I'm trying to
Mm,
just keep it properly, right? I'm just avoiding any background noise. I'm keeping everything closed in room to just keep it more clear to everyone. So just after having session, you just
So
go through
just only
this.
only thing is we just need to understand like each and every button in which
Yes,
scenario
yes.
to be used generally. So it's more then it would be more easy. Yeah.
As of now, just restricted on what I'm explaining because
Yeah.
hundreds of things are there in the system. You will be confused
Okay.
if you
Okay.
are just catching everything here and there. You will be in the confusion.
Okay. Okay.
So whatever the sequence I'm following, just go in the same sequence, and it is a more than sufficient. Once you have been deployed in any implementation project, and I'm confirming you, you will be in the
Okay.
position to implement. For
Okay.
implementation, what we need to understand the requirement. Okay, requirement we are just discussing based on the business processes. Then how we need to execute the transaction, we are going through it. And then what is the basic configuration? Basic
Okay.
configuration is important. Whatever extent is there here and there, that is the next part you can easily understand once you are going for your client location.
Okay. So just one more question I have, Ram. So generally, SAP like FIC or they will have a press book, right? SAP press book. That the book that you provided is a press book or what? Like the document that you provided. SAP
SAP
ReFx
press
does not have any press book.
No, press book is basically it is written by some writers, okay, and they are having
Mm-hmm.
an association with the SAP, and with their permission they are publishing it. Okay, there is a SAP
Mm-hmm.
press book. These books have been designed by SAP themselves. Okay, that SAP consultant who is the part of SAP Germany AG, they have designed
Mm-hmm.
this document and they have given to their customers.
Okay.
So there you will see more elaborative details in SAP Pressbook, but yeah, here it is a crystal and clear what is exactly supposed
Mm,
to understand.
correct. So we don't have any SAP press book for ReFx as such, or else
There
it
is
may be that.
there is one
Mm,
already book I have shared. Okay, that is also a
mm,
good one, but it is a
mm.
kind of user manual.
Okay. Okay. You have
Okay,
shared it, huh?
yeah, I have already shared.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just finish these two more node here. Contract
Yeah.
object, contract object, object type. Okay, so there is one more object type. This is not applicable. This is just for us. Define contract type to propose for usage type. So still, again, if you want to restrict your contract type for a particular usage type based on the usage type of the object, in that case, this is the place where you are going to restrict. So for example, mine is CU04, which I have selected CU04, and here I'm getting this one, commercial office space. So this is a usage type to which I can restrict. Apart from that, I can have multiple line items for the same, like whatever the options I'm selecting here for CU04, that I'll get it here in selection of object. Permitted object type for each contract type. Nothing, it is not. So only see here, this is the place permitted object type per contract type, which is very simple based on my object type, how the contract will have the option to select the object. That's it. Okay. So here broadly, when we are going to understand the contract configuration, okay, here how it is contract type, we are defining the number range, okay, and user, provider, offerer, object or services, or user. Okay, then what is the category, internal or external? Okay, then purpose, what is the purpose of this, lease in, rental, purchase, sales, services, internal. Object group, we can assign object group to get the object there. That is the next level. We can ignore it as of now. And contract reference. Okay, contract reference like object are lease in, object are lease out, object are managed, other references, or contract has no object. So these things we are broadly defining it here. Okay, so when we are going to explain what we are having in the contract type, so first is a contract category. Okay, second is a number range, then whether that is a user or provider, and then contract reference. Okay, that's it. If we are able to conclude on these four things, that is more than sufficient to explain further. Okay. So in tomorrow's session, I'll just go to explain the object assignment. What is the object assignment group? How you can extract the rental space? What are the posting parameters? Variable dues dates and everything. All I'll explain in my next session. I'll explain in tomorrow's session how you can execute the contract. Okay, at least like initial level. Then we'll see one by one all the functionality of contract, and then we'll understand how we can post the entries with reference to contract. Okay.